Yeah.
You see the angel?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Mary is the most selfless, kind individual I have ever met. I've sat in lots of offices in my life and talked to a lot of people, but I have never had such a desire to give someone my business card and like, let's meet up. Never.
Man, I'll just be completely honest. It was difficult for her because there was people that didn't necessarily approve of what she was doing. You know, some people thought that it was morbid, and she got some flack about that. But something really touched her about children being promoted to heaven without having anything to wear.
Thank you for listening to God's call. I mean, He obviously put that on your heart, and you wasn't afraid to step up and make it happen, right?
Yes, where did you come from?
Hello everybody, Randy Lanham here, your host for Project Volunteer. We are super excited to be doing a Surprising Heroes episode today with God's Littlest Angels and Miss Mary Fogle, so stay tuned.
One day I was sitting in a doctor's office and she was actually sitting across from me talking to another lady. And all of a sudden I started talking to her when the other lady got up and left, and we just talking about life. And truly, I just felt so drawn to her. And as they called her back, I gave her my business card and I said, why don't you call me sometime? I said, I live in Owensboro, maybe we can have lunch or breakfast sometime. And I gave her the card, and when I left, I called somebody that I worked with and I said, you know, I met this lady in the doctor's office and I gave her my card to call me. And his comment was, you know, she thinks you're crazy. You know, what do you want to do?
She told me one time that there's a mother and a father that wrapped their child up in a pillowcase, and I think it really struck a chord in her. So it started out small, and I remember she and I had a conversation about, she was like, where am I going to do this? I can't, you know, we can't do this out of my home anymore. She had wedding dresses under the bed and stuck in corners. She had them everywhere, and she needed a space. And I remember she and I had this conversation about where are we going to go. And I said, Mom, if you're doing God's will, He will provide. It's going to come out of nowhere. And sure enough, that space where they're at now was offered to them. And
the more we got to know each other, one night she gives me a call and she said, hey, I have this idea I would like to run past you. She said, can we meet again? And I'm like, sure. So I think we met the next time for breakfast, and so she's telling me that she had been a seamstress her whole entire life, and she had heard about these ministries and kind of worked with one out of St. Louis, but we didn't have anything like that in the state of Kentucky. And she asked me what I thought about it, and I said, I think it would be great. And then she said, you know, I really need help. And I said, I can help you get the word out, but you just need to know that I don't sew. And that's kind of how it began.
yeah, there was somebody really close to her that thought that it was morbid and you know, discouraged her from doing that. There was probably other people than just the one person that I'm thinking of, and she just doesn't talk about that or, you know, share that because she doesn't want to talk negative about anybody.
But the biggest surprise to me was the demand, what the need really was. And then you feel like you need to get bigger and bigger because you need to help everybody. And I remember Mary's telling me that, you know, we can only do what we can do.
She sacrificed so much of her life to do this. And she sacrificed so much. She's literally worked her thumbs to the bone. You know, she's lost her dexterity. She can't do some of the things she used to because she's just literally worked herself to the bone. She's got such a huge heart. She's such a good person.
Just a few months ago, it was a 90-year-old lady that was going into, I guess, assisted living, and her daughter brought her, and You know, we're meeting at this random parking lot, but she tells me the story of her wedding dress. You know, it cost $15, you know, 70 years ago, which was a lot of money. And she talked about the wedding day and how there was a horrible storm, but it was still beautiful. And she talks about her relationship and, you know, some children she had lost. And then her daughter is telling me about she lost a baby. And they want this dress to go to something that is good. And she didn't want to get rid of it. You know, it was such good memories. You know, that dress was like 70 years old. And you hear all those stories and you realize the impact of what we do. And it made this woman feel so good to know that this dress that has meant so much to her, so much happiness, is going to now help a mother. And we get a lot of that.
Yeah, and Mom doesn't really talk a whole lot about her, you know, ministry. I'll just say, hey, you know, how did ministry go today? And she says it went fine, and that's about it. She doesn't share a whole lot of those experiences. It's personal, it's private, she's humble, she doesn't want to brag, she doesn't want to seek attention or to have attention brought upon her about it. She tries to resist that and avoid that at all costs.
Mary has changed a lot of lives. It's not just the families that are in receipt of these gowns, but it's the people that volunteer. Everybody's an extended family. She is my second mother. She is the grandmother to my daughter, and never wants any credit for anything. It's never her, it's always everyone else. But if she would not have had the idea, and really it was just going to be her, and then she realized she couldn't get the word out and she needed a little help, and that's where I came into play. And then God just puts everything in place, but it's that planting of the seed and that desire to do something.
I'll be honest with you, when I was growing up, I was a difficult child, and I wasn't always around when I should have been. Yeah, Mom is, she's one of those people that no matter how hard you try to push her away and how hard you try to get her out of your life, she's just not going to give up on you. You know, she was always there, no matter how bad it got, no matter how hard I tried to push her away and how bad I treated her. You know, she was just always there. She would never, ever give up and never leave.
I'm so excited. Miss Mary Fogle has been nominated for one of our surprising heroes, and we got this awesome room set up. It just happens to be her birthday was a few days ago, so we're going to act like it's a birthday celebration, but actually we are going to surprise her. Hey, we got a singing telegram here. Y'all ready to hear some music? Yeah. I understand there's somebody here with a birthday. Mary Fogle, Mary something. I can't. What is it? Mary Fogle? Was it your birthday?
No.
Okay, everybody. Oh yeah, help me out. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Now, I want you to look at these backup singers we brought in here.
Yeah,
Ain't that?
you picked them up off the street somewhere.
Yeah, we did. They was hitching a ride on my way here, and I thought I'd give them a ride. Wasn't that nice of me?
It was.
We really appreciate you, Mary.
Oh, and
I'm not only here for your birthday. That just happens to be an extra. But we want to honor you. I'm with Project Volunteer, and we honor awesome people that do awesome things in their community. And you started God's Littlest Angel all those years ago. God led you into that ministry, and you have changed a lot of lives.
Oh my goodness.
And we want to thank you for that. We appreciate you so much. We have a donation we'd like to make to
to your organization.
You?
And also, we have a little trophy, custom-made trophy. There's nothing like it in the whole wide world. This person made this just for you. Miss Jade, you give me this trophy. Pass it on here.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if you look at it this way,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see the angel.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. Who made that?
Andy Shoemaker is a friend of mine who made that just for you, just to honor you today. And again, we honor ordinary people that do extraordinary things, and we think you pretty extraordinary. Project Volunteer. We have a TV show that actually goes all over the country to about 54 million people. And you're live right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
After what I just pulled, and you all do this?
No. We thank you so much, Mary. Your heart to serve others and to love others and to help those ladies. That is so precious. And thank you for listening to God's call. I mean, He obviously put that on your heart, and you wasn't afraid to step up and make it happen, right?
Yes. Where did you come from?
Don't worry about where I come from. I'll be gone and out of your hair in just a little bit.
Okay, this is a letter that we received from a young mother from Florida. She says, "Dear God's Littlest Angels, on October 27th, I gave birth to a baby girl. The doctors tell me she is very sick with a hole in her heart. I hold my baby for 3 hours until her heart stops beating. Reverend Nanette sit with me the whole time. She tells me about an angel gown that they would dress my baby in. When they bring me my Maria, she was beautiful. It made me cry. My tears were happy tears, for I felt I was not alone, and my Maria would be going to heaven dressed as an angel. Reverend Nanette told me about a group of ladies who make these beautiful dresses just for families who lose their babies. I am a single mother, and I have no monies, and I would never be able to buy my Maria such a beautiful dress. I want to thank the ladies who make these gowns. Now I will always remember how beautiful Maria was when I said goodbye to her, and I will smile. Thank you, ladies, and God bless each one of you. God bless Alexandria Gomez." And I cannot read this. We've had it for several years, but it always brings tears to my eyes. She is one of many, many young mothers who have had to say goodbye to their precious little girl or their precious baby. So this is just part of why we do what we do when we get letters like this. You know, I don't feel like I'm deserving of any credit or recognition. I feel like it's my way of trying to do something to show God that I love Him and I'm grateful for the life that I've had. And if it's some way I can give back, and it is the only way I know how to give back. God just provided. It's amazing. God provided. And all these ladies who are here, God sent them here. Tammy and I met each other through the grace of God. Otherwise, we met in a doctor's office. How weird is that?
So you're not you think you're in control, but you're not. And when you look at ministry, it's going to look like huge. Like, how on earth am I going to accomplish all this? This is so much bigger than I am. Well, it's not you to start with. It's Christ that's working through you. And if it's His will, He's going to provide everything. So get the notion out of your head that you're in charge, because you're not. And if you'll get out of the way and let God move, I mean, He doesn't need you to start with. He doesn't need me. He can do it all on His own. He wants to work through you and to let His love manifest in some of the most unexpected ways, you know.
Just being a part of something that is bigger than you and knowing that you're doing stuff for somebody that you'll never meet. You don't want anything from them, and you just want them to feel love and support. It's so worth it. And just keep at it. Don't let any roadblocks stay in your way. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Just do it. You know, God, if you're going to do God's will, if you're feeling that pull, God will provide. You might think, how in the world? I didn't know. I had no idea. I was flying by the seat of my pants, literally. Yet God, look at what God has provided. So I would say, if you have that urge, get out there and try. It doesn't hurt to try. And that's what I did, and this is where I am.
Thanks everybody so much for watching Project Volunteer, our surprising hero, Miss Mary. We thank you so much. Tammy, thanks for helping us set all this up. But like always, we want to encourage you to get out and make a difference in your community. No matter what that looks like, whatever talent you have, get out there and help somebody else with it. Thanks again for watching.